Welcome everyone to EETF 86. My name is Patrick. I hope you guys are doing great. So tonight it is TV time. We have with us Tony Greathouse. How are you, sir?
I am great. Glad to be here.
Awesome. Glad to have you. We also have Hector Contreras. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Doing awesome still since 20 seconds ago.
A lot can happen in 20 seconds. You never know.
That's quite true. Welcome back. We also have John Montfort. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Excellent. So let's jump right in with TV. We are in July, so I guess things are a bit slow on the TV front as well, but still we were able to watch a couple of things. Let's start with Tony. What do you have for us?
Okay. Well, first thing I had to do is listen to our last episode to see what we had spoken about already.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we mentioned the Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hadn't watched it at the time. I have since went through it like crazy and listened and watched it all in a few days or a week maybe. I really enjoyed it. It was stress-inducing at times, of course, but I enjoyed it. And then I followed it up after and started watching ER.
Oh, okay.
And Noah Wiley's like 10.
Yes.
It's a big. I forgot how young. I guess we were all younger.
He looked like Doogie Howser.
Yeah. So it was kind of a shock to go from Robbie to I forgot his name.
Carter.
Carter. Yeah, it was quite a shock. But I've only watched 2 or 3. But when I'm just not watching anything, I kind of put it on and watching OER now. It's on Max, I think, or Peacock.
I watched The Pit, but I never watched ER. ER was on NBC, and I'm guessing
Yes.
it was not nearly as graphic as The Pit is.
Not nearly, but it had some moments. I can think of a couple that
All right.
were pretty woolly.
I watched the first few seasons of ER back then, and I loved it. I haven't revisited it yet, though, and I wanted to. So I was kind of wondering how well or not it aged.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Tony?
So far, so good. I don't have a problem. It doesn't seem out of date yet. I'm sure there'll be something, but I haven't run across anything yet.
But it's not the same format. Like The Pit was like the show 24, but in a
Yes.
hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
ER seems to take place over, not over one day.
Yeah, I don't think it follows that.
I haven't watched The Pit, but it's still on my list.
It was good.
Same with a couple of others, like Adolescence, for instance.
Oh yeah, that one's a tough watch. You have to be in a special mind place to enjoy it. You got to sit down. No sharp objects, no machinery, no.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else, Tony, do you have?
Well, while we're streaming from HBO Max, I watched and thoroughly enjoyed Duster.
Oh yeah, with
And they canceled the damn thing after 1 season.
I heard about that. Yeah, with Josh Holloway. Is that it?
Yeah. Keith David
Yes.
was the main baddie.
Yeah, that was on Max. I mean, honestly, okay, so I never watched Lost, so I only knew Josh Holloway by name, kind of.
Same.
And I remember, okay, you didn't watch Lost, Tony?
No.
Okay,
No.
because I remember him from one of the Mission Impossible movies,
Oh, that's right.
the one in
third one.
Dubai.
Oh, fourth one.
Yes, fourth. And Tony, don't kill me, please. I thought he was pretty terrible in the few minutes he was in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I heard good things about Duster, to be honest, but one thing that throws me is I don't know how old Josh Holloway is in that series, and isn't he a Vietnam veteran?
Oh, is he?
I believe he is, yeah. Or
Because doesn't he look a bit old? To me,
Yeah.
I don't remember what.
yeah, if you could say it was mid-70s probably when this
yeah.
was set. So
okay, so a few years after Vietnam, so
yeah.
I guess he, it must have been pretty rough in the shit.
He has a good agent.
Yeah.
He
They had
looked like-
fast cars and guns. I didn't do the math. I just
Yeah.
Okay,
felt like watching a 70s TV show to me, kind of.
okay. So
Yeah.
it had that same vibe, if you like.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. It's J.J. Abrams, and so
That was my next question. I wasn't sure. So, okay. And it got canceled after 1 season, unfortunately.
yeah.
Did it end on a cliffhanger?
Yes, it did. A big one.
Shit. Okay.
So we're going to have to save the show. We're going to start right now. No.
Okay.
I don't know if it's worth saving or not, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you don't think they would put it on a different network or like FX2 or something like that? Like something where it would just be more apt for an audience. Like one of the shows I loved was a show called Terriers that was on FX, and that lasted one season. It was so good. It was Donald Logue, and it was like they were like PIs kind of thing. Like it was a good show, and it ended on a cliffhanger, and then they canceled it, and I was like, oh my god! And they never picked up on a different network, so I'm still bitter.
Yeah, we're talking about a company who has a Batgirl movie that will not let it go.
That's true.
Right?
Just paid all that money and just sitting on it.
That's true.
They finished a Looney Tunes movie or something like that, and that the Coyote or Wile E. Coyote movie or something like that, and that just sitting.
I hear that might come back out or come out.
I thought it finally did. Are you talking about the one where they were in court?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought I've seen scenes from it, so I assumed the whole movie was out, but I could be wrong.
I wasn't sure.
I just remember the news saying like, "Oh, we push this, we axe this when we axe this." I'm like, "Good Lord, you get like, you just try. You're doing. It's almost like they set it up for failure. Like they know instantly that it's going to be a tax break or tax write off. They still have people making the movie."
Yeah.
And they just know. It's like, that's just so cruel. It's like someone worked on this and missed their kids' hockey games in order so that they could make this movie. You're just going to.
Well, I mean, in one way, it is pretty bad for some of the careers involved because, like, if one actor was hoping for that movie to be his or her big break and that movie never sees the light of day.
It's like, oh, I worked on this movie. What movie? Oh, wait, that's right. I can't put it on my resume because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Yeah. Jesus.
Right.
I mean, the Coyote's got a hell of an Acme bill. He's got to pay for that shit somehow.
Update on that. I did check it out. It hasn't been released, but they plan on releasing it now in 2026. It was released. It was acquired by another company for global distribution. So.
Okay.
Cool. So to go back on Duster, Tony, you would recommend it, even though it's been canceled. Okay.
Yeah, I would watch it. It's worth the ride. The opening scene, I know I've told y'all this before, but I think it was just in private. I mean, the credit scene. I never skip it. Never skip intro on it.
Okay.
It's cool. You can watch that. Just Google it. It's like Hot Wheels stop motion kind of thing. I watch it every time.
Okay.
Never skip intro. Okay. That's it.
Nice.
When last time we did an episode, we spoke about it, but were we done with Mobland?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We were. Okay. I couldn't remember. I enjoyed that one. I think I spoke about it.
I don't remember if you had started it or if you weren't done with it.
Possible. Yeah. I have now.
Yeah, because I think it's been renewed.
I believe it has.
So, yes.
I'm 2 episodes deep in Mobland, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
And yeah, I think Guy Ritchie created and directed.
Yes, I believe so.
All of season 1. And I mean, I remember saying it is well-known territory, mob families, fighting one another for some stupid reason at the beginning. But it is so nicely and skillfully executed that you're right in right away. And it's a really fun ride.
Shameful secret or life hack. I watch it with the captions on.
I had to as well.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I usually don't, but that one I had to.
Yeah, it's a little hard. So I found it a lot easier to watch it that way.
Yeah.
I'm finding myself doing that even with like clear English shows. I have the setting on my TV and I just forget about it. No.
Do you have anything else on your list, Tony?
I had I watched Somebody Feed Phil. What was that, a week ago when it came out on Netflix?
What's that again?
Phil Rosenthal. He's
the
creator of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, okay.
You would like it on the travel aspect a lot. I don't know if you're like watching people eat like I do and like Woody, watching people cook and stuff, but the traveling, I think, Patrick, you would enjoy that a lot. He goes, every episode is a different city, and he's such a lovable little Looney Tune. It's a great, wholesome show to watch.
It's a bit like Parts Unknown with Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With a different, like if Bourdain listened to the angel on his shoulder more often, it'd probably be Phil. Phil's show, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, exactly like it's just a more wholesome version of. I love Bourdain. I'm not.
Is it only in American cities, Tony, or where does he go?
No, they go everywhere.
Okay.
Last season he went to Boston.
Oh.
He also went to the Philippines, and
okay,
he went. He everywhere.
And what's the name again of that show?
Somebody Feed Phil.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's a bingeable kind of show. Just can't stop watching. He's so lovable.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
We spoke of one, and you want to speak on that when it comes your turn. I'd be fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll make it a group discussion. No
Sure.
problem. All right.
That's all I've been watching, and just I watch when I'm not watching TV. It's just on. It's like a cooking show. I can watch people prep onions for hours. I just love watch people chop food and cook food, and so that's what I do when I'm not really paying attention. Just perhaps reading or playing on my phone or something. Just be on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always being watched, but that's pretty much all I've been watching.
I think you have another show on your list, but we might turn it into a group discussion as well in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But about what you just said, I always enjoy watching people who are really good at what they do. Like, for example, it could be something like, home repairs or something.
Mm-hmm.
People, building like a stairway or putting up a shelf or something. It looks so easy. It's really frustrating because I suck at that kind of thing. And watching masters at work, it is very frustrating and kind of satisfying at the same time. So yes,
I know what you mean.
that's my therapy for this week. Therapy
Sweet.
minute for this week. All right. Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
Hector. Oh. All right. Got to stick with the tradition.
Continuity. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, Hector, what do you have for us?
Well, this is perfect because this is brings me to my show, Conan Must Go, which is another travel show.
Mm-hmm.
And he also goes all over the map too. I think these these either comic writers or comic people just decided I think the best avenue to travel is to just make destination shows and just go off the cuff and ad lib every scene, because it worked in his favor. I mean, he's just doing the same shtick that he does for 30 years now. But it's I found part of it really, really funny. I had to look it up. He goes to Norway, Ireland, Thailand, Argentina, New Zealand, and Austria.
Wow. Okay.
And then I remember and I think in the Austria one, he walks into Liechtenstein because it's right there.
Yeah. You put it on the WhatsApp chat.
Yeah, he's basically said the execs will only pay us per destination if we make it like an episode. So they basically make a mini episode inside the episode of Liechtenstein, which lasts like 2 minutes. But it's pretty funny. And it's just him rambling off the cuff like he always does, like he did on his late show. So, but it's if you thought that was funny, then you'll like this. But
at least in a show like that, because sometimes when comedians do vanity projects, they drive me nuts. They're but at least you're interested in where they're traveling. So, he's got the comedy, which you like, and the places he's going. Unlike Seinfeld getting a fucking cup of coffee, the idea of that show drives me so nuts.
100% agree with you. And Seinfeld went to a diner that was in my hometown, and he was there with Aziz Ansari, and they were at the diner that I grew up going to and went after my high school prom and all this. It's 2 minutes from my house.
Jesus.
And even then I was still like, this is a little loaded. What else is on?
Wow.
But the Conan show is it's the same thing. It's just a comic writer just saying, you know what, we're not going to do too much writing. It's just going to be observational humor. And for him, that's kind of his bread and butter. He's a good writer because he's written for lots of shows, including Saturday Night Live and Simpsons. But here he's just kind of just rambling off like he normally does. And most of it works. Some of it's a little too cheeky, but it's it's fun.
So just do the little string dance around the world.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the fine line to walk with that kind of show is you want to be friendly with the locals, but you don't want to be condescending.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he's so good at being self-deprecating that it works in his favor.
Okay.
It's not too like, oh, point and laugh. It's not really like much of that. It's more like I'm laughing at myself at not understanding the culture and being so white and ignorant. So he's good at that.
Okay.
From that, it's now going to like the TV show. So I'm starting to watch Sandman. And this was based off of Woody. Woody was mentioning season 2, and I was like, oh, that reminds me that I've had Sandman sitting in my queue for 3 years. So I started watching this, and it's good. It's a lot of setup, and so I haven't really gotten into the meat and potatoes of the show, but it's a lot of characters that are coming. It's a culmination of characters that are starting to go somewhere, but it's just has not. And Angie's like, oh, no, wait, because she read the graphic novels, and I'm like, I haven't read that graphic novel, so I don't know what's happening yet. So she's like, all right, my wife and I will usually watch these kind of shows together, but we've been so like working against each other. She's been working while I've been doing this, and then I've been working while she was doing that. So finally we're like, okay, well, we've set a date so we can meet up and on episode 3 and go from there. But she had to do a little bit of explaining as to like what the hell was going on. But it's good so far, and I'm actually excited to see where it goes and then watch season 2 from there. I'm sure if Woody were here, he'd probably know about season 2, but that is it's good so far. I'm enjoying it.
Which network is it on?
Well, I'm watching it on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
It is in Canada too.
Okay.
It's one of those shows where I really like the first season, yet the second season came out, and I'm like, I'll get to it eventually. I'm not like,
Well, it was a 3-year. I mean, I don't know how many shows go through that long. I mean, some of them.
Well, maybe that's
longer,
because I'm feeling that way about Stranger Things when it comes out too. It's just
right. Yeah. So it sometimes that can hurt a show. But yeah, so far it's pretty good. So I'm more excited to see where the story goes. But Sandman pretty good, and the actor is really good. He was I can't remember his name, but I remember seeing him in a movie called The Boat That Rocked, which when it came out to America, it turned into pirate radio.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Which is an okay movie, but it gets mostly because of the music. I just love the music. But the young actor in that movie is the star in this show, and he's
I've seen both, and I didn't realize that. That's cool.
I didn't. It took me a second because his face looks familiar, but he looks a little older. But yeah, that's what happened. It's so far. I'm interested to see where it goes. So that's Sandman. I'm watching Agatha. Finally, it's another one that was like I was on my list of like I'll get around to this one because I didn't hear a lot of great things about it. And it's okay if you are hell bent on watching all of the Marvel series. This would probably be in like you can wait on this one the least. Is not it's fine. It's just not like it doesn't add anything to the Phase storyline. It's just kind of its own thing for me, at least.
Well, it will though.
I probably will. I haven't. Again, I'm halfway through it.
Yeah, there is a character that will be.
Okay.
It's a very campy. I think it was probably the queerest thing Marvel has ever done.
Probably
because it's a musical. It's got Catherine Hahn, who's like a queen in the gay community, and then it's like they've got Broadway stars in it. There's a character in that's bi or gay. I don't know. Anyway,
her sidekick.
Yeah. So it's very. I could see it not being necessarily mainstream.
But they really launched it. Like they had put a lot of money towards marketing it. But it's just like it didn't do anything the way that the Scarlet Witch show, what was that called?
WandaVision.
WandaVision. Yes, thank you. Yeah, like WandaVision, they did something a little bit different and that I think that got a lot of attention. And then this one's more straightforward.
I think Agatha was the breakout character, so they wanted to write a show around her, but they couldn't repeat the formula, right? But one of my small beefs with it, and I'll say this trying not to spoil it, I think she gets the show stolen from her. She was supposed to be the main character, and she is not the main character in the.
So far, I will agree with that.
Yeah.
And it's too bad because I don't know what it is about Catherine Hahn. I just feel like she's never really found her role.
Yeah.
Because she always seemed to me like a cross between like a Juliette Lewis, like a very snarky, like an Ali. If you combined Ali Sheedy and Juliette Lewis and you put her in like this next generation type, like she'd be perfect for a John Hughes movie, but she's just never had that role. She's always been in like these roles that just seemed to be not for her attitude. I don't know.
The Friend.
And she just seems like she'd be perfect. Yeah, she'd be like perfect, sarcastic, jaded, like high school / goth / like just the comic relief. I don't know. She never got offered that role, which is too bad because I think she's kind of that person. But I don't know. And then I have The Last of Us, which honestly I kind of checked out on halfway through. I don't know. It seemed to kind of just be variations of the same theme that's been going on to the first season. So it's almost like they threw the kitchen sink on the first season, and then they kind of just fell out of. It seems to be just like Walking Dead again, but with the different cast. They travel to someplace and they meet another colony, and it's this, and it's like, I mean, they do something. You guys talked about it on the last TV episode, but so I'm late to the game on this, but they do something that other shows don't generally do, but it wasn't enough for me to hold my attention. So I kind of checked out of Last of Us, but not that I say I don't recommend it. I just say mileage may vary.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, they in the, not to dwell on it too much, but in the game they made a pretty big decision in the second game. Do we spoil? I mean, it's been
I think
a
you
while.
did it on the last episode.
Did I?
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I think so.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. So they kill off Pedro Pascal's character in the game as well, early in the game. So they did the same in the TV series. And I think everybody was wondering if they were going to, go ahead and follow the same path as the game did. And they did. And looking back, I don't know if it was the right decision, but I think, again, looking back, I have nothing against Bella Ramsey, but I don't think the casting was right for that character.
Yeah.
And for that reason, like, she came off as whiny and overly aggressive when you don't really feel that way in the game.
Interesting. Yeah, I was wondering how she is in the game, because it does feel like she puts a little bit of herself in situations where
I think whiny and aggressive captures it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the game, if you turn back the clock 20 years, I think a young Ellen Page would have been. I think they might have based the character physically on Ellen Page.
I was gonna say that when I saw the commercial for the video game, I thought it was at the time Ellen Page.
Yep.
And I was like, did they? And then I looked into it, and I guess there was like a lawsuit involved.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Again, that's thinking I'm going back like 10 years or whatever that was. But I do remember hearing that there was some legal issue with her likeness at the time.
Okay.
Their likeness, sorry.
I'm also wondering if whoever was playing, Jesus, what's her name? Abby? Yes. Her name is Kathleen Devers, I think. I probably would have liked to see her as Ellie. I think it would have gone much better. I think it would have been a better fit.
That's interesting.
I do think Pedro and Bella have weird chemistry, though.
Yeah, I will say that they worked. And it's weird when it's Bella solo. I guess that was like the big gamble that they took to see if the show would still attract viewers without Pedro.
And also, like, when they were going from Wyoming, I think, to Seattle with her, what was her name? Isabella Merced. Oh, God. What was her character's name? Anyway, those two characters, Ellie and X, they were too similar. So there wasn't much, not going to say chemistry, but their interactions weren't interesting enough to the outside world.
Well, it's only because they covered it up, like they showed halfway into it, so we didn't really get the initial setup of it. So you're kind of thrown into their relationship. It felt like we were missing some of the introduction to that, so we were just kind of thrown into there. I'm trying to look up her name.
And it's nothing against the actors and actresses, because I think all of them were fine. And Bella Ramsey, it's a matter of casting. It's not whether she's good or not. I just don't think the casting and the writing on top of it was kind of clunky at times.
I feel the writing, that was my biggest problem, was the writing. I felt that season was so uneven, and especially they would cram a whole lot of action into or not just action, storyline, so it progresses like in stupid chunks where you miss half of what happened and you feel this would have changed the character, right? But then they're there all of a sudden. But then you have a whole long stretch of a flashback to a dance, So
yeah. And they're going to retell the story again next season from Abby's point of view. That's what I heard.
Really?
So I have to see it all again.
Well, yeah, at the end of season 2, it flashes back 3 days before from Abby's point of view. So, I mean, I'm gonna watch, but I'm not gonna say from a distance, but like I'm halfway checked out, if that makes sense.
I know what you mean.
So
you guys are more patient than I am. I'm like, I checked out immediately.
Well, you said your mileage may vary, and
right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I did look it up. Dina is the character.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Dina.
Thank you.
The next
and
show,
Tom Sturridge was the guy in Sandman.
Tom Sturridge. Yes, thank you.
So yeah, we trained there.
Yeah, and I didn't recognize it first because like in the movie in the boat that rocked, he's got a lighter voice, like he's so young, but now he's got like a little bit of it. I think he's also playing it up too because he's supposed to be this. He's supposed to be this impenetrable god, and he's just got a little bit, not quite that, but a little bit like that. So anyway, so next show I watched is this is my what I call my palate cleanser show. When I watch something that's way too heavy, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna end the night like this. I'm not gonna end this night on the downer. So it's called Man on the Inside.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say, you guys, some of you have already watched it. I think Woody was the one that put me on this. And it's a good palate cleanser show because it's Ted Danson doing his Ted Danson. It basically was a show. It seemed like it was written for Ted Danson just to be in because it's a lot of ageist jokes, but it's cute and it's not poking fun like haha we're old. It's more like because they lean on both like the age jokes and then they also lean on like the drama of it and how difficult it can be to be at a certain age and have things like dementia or people taking advantage of you and things like that. So it does pull on the heartstrings a little bit, but it's but at the same time it's not so overly like in your face. It's lighthearted. So and if you've seen like shows like The Good Place, it's the same kind of writing. Like it's not trying to impact you with emotional or dramatic scenes. It's light and fluffy. It's just good. It's perfect for after watching something that's just overly dramatic.
Where is that, Hector?
Netflix. You can watch it on Netflix. It's good. It's good palate on the show.
All right.
And then my last show, well, I guys already talked about it, Mobland.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. That's all there is to it. That's a perfect like you said, like Guy Ritchie. Like that's a return to form. And Tom Hardy he's a winning horse every time. His acting is phenomenal, and if he's working with a good cast, it all works well. So far I haven't finished it, but so far I'm really enjoying it.
Okay, I'm glad you said that you didn't finish it because I was going to say something about the finale, but I'm gonna shut up.
Refrain.
Yes, yeah, no problem.
I just had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
With Mobland in 1923, we've got 2 James Bonds aged into these great characters, these great evil characters. Timothy Dalton was pretty much unrecognizable at first. I kept watching 1920s. Who is this guy? Who's this guy? And I finally figured out who it was. But we got 2 old Bonds doing great work on TV.
Yeah,
that's true.
Pierce Brosnan, he's having like his, what's the word I'm looking for?
A renaissance. Almost.
Renaissance, yeah. Because he was great in Black Bag. He's great in this, and he did another thing recently that he was also very good at. I'll have to pull up his IMDb, but yeah, he's like having his second wind of acting because he had a break for a while. It seemed like where he was either doing low budget or like just off the cuff type roles.
Yeah.
And I hadn't really seen him do much for a while, like anything that was like, oh, you got to go check this out. That's new Pierce Brosnan, blah blah blah. But he's doing great as a baddie, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his natural accent? Because I always feel like this is close to it.
Yeah, he's Irish, so
I feel like he may be talking in his own voice more on Mobland, closer, but he might exaggerate maybe a little bit. But
that would make sense. I never thought of that, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm looking at his filmography. Oh wow! Okay, that's I know that's going to sound stupid, but I could have sworn he did Mrs. Doubtfire after James Bond. That was before.
Oh yeah, it was like the year before because he did GoldenEye 90. Yeah.
So yeah, 93 Mrs. Doubtfire, GoldenEye 95, and Tomorrow Never Dies 97.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who did he follow? Moore or
Dalton?
Oh, Dalton. Okay,
That was the first Bond film. I saw License to Kill in the.
that's your Bond.
Dalton was my first Bond because that's the one I saw in the theater.
I guess Roger Moore's mine.
Really?
Yeah.
So you never watched either Connery or Moore before
No.
any
no.
of? Oh,
No,
wow,
I saw
okay.
License to Kill in the theater was my first Bond movie.
Okay.
And then I went back and watched all the Connerys and so forth. But
Okay.
yeah, that was whatever year that came out. 80s, late 80s or something like that.
Yeah. Moore was mine.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay.
I'm trying to remember what he did before because when I saw Mrs. Doubtfire, I said that's the guy from blah blah blah, but I never watched Remington Steele, so I'm trying to
Livewire.
Oh, Lawnmower Man. Okay,
Yes.
that's
Really?
the
He
first
was
time
in
I
that?
saw him.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yes.
he's the
Oh.
the lead on that one with Jeff Fahey.
That's a great movie.
That's then so long. That came on a plane. I was on a plane to Puerto Rico and that came on and we watched it. And it's like, this is a weird ass movie. And like it came on like I was at 92. I'm trying to remember I remember watching like was it like Shirley Valentine? It was like some weird like rom-com and then because it was like two movies. It might not even have been Puerto Rico because we only watched one movie that trip. It might have been another trip. But anyway. Weird case where they're like, we don't know what fucking movie to put on, and we'll just put on a rom-com and The Lawnmower Man and call it a day. The weirdest drive-in double feature.
Have you read the short story that Lawnmower Man is based on?
No, never. I want to read all the Stephen King short stories.
Like nothing the same.
I heard that it's nothing, and then they made a sequel to the movie.
It's bizarre.
Which is even further.
Like if you thought Running Man was nothing like the short story, Lawnmower Man is even less like the story.
Yeah, that's everyone's comment. It was like, this is nothing like the book, and you know what?
That's very old. Was it Night Shift?
Yeah, Graveyard Shift.
Was that Night Shift era?
Probably, or yeah, it would have been. I think it was Dead Zone a collection? Was that or was that a
No.
whole book? I forget.
That was a novel.
Yeah, but the collection Skeleton Crew. I don't know.
I was gonna
It's
say,
around
isn't that one giant book that just has all those short stories in it?
Yeah,
I'm not like a big King, so I want to go back and read all the Stephen King short
I
stories.
love the short story books.
Oh man,
yeah, they were great.
And speaking to stick with Brosnan, if you want to see some good overacting, look up on YouTube. Look up Taffin with Pierce Brosnan and Alison
Duty.
Yes, Elsa Schneider from the third Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Last Crusade.
Yeah, look it up. I'm not going to say anything more. Taffin. And yeah, it's a great scene, and it's just awesome.
Just type in Pierce Brosnan Taffin, or just write Taffin, and it'll be the first thing that comes up. It is gold.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it absolutely is. Okay,
it is awesome.
I still want to do that right now. Yeah.
Yeah, give us a few minutes, John.
All right, listeners, pause the podcast right now and go to your YouTube. And
right.
We'll wait.
Lawnmower Man was from Night Shift, a 1978 book of short stories.
1978.
Okay.
Yeah, it's further back than I thought.
So
yeah.
So it doesn't have anything to do with cyberspace and
No,
absolutely
No.
not.
no.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, they took some liberties with that story, I guess.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah.
All right. So, Hector, do you have something else on your list?
No, that's it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, before I forget. All right. John, what do you have for us?
Before we talked about doing the show today, I said I only had one show. Then I thought of a second. And as you guys were talking, I thought of a third and fourth. So
Sweet.
We do that.
it won't be long. It won't be long.
That's all right.
Although the very first show, I think we will talk about more because a few of us have seen it. But I'll mention Ironheart on Disney. I feel like Disney didn't have a whole lot of faith in, or Marvel didn't have a whole lot of faith in this project. So I wasn't going in because they barely advertised it, and they dumped 3 episodes and then the last 3 episodes all at once, right? So I didn't have a lot of expectations, but I gotta say I quite enjoyed it. It was a little slow to start, but most Marvel TV shows are. And then the action picked up. It was well acted. The characters are funny, and it ended with a surprise I did not see coming. And I'm still a little taken aback that they went the route they did. And if you haven't seen it, I won't say more than that. But Tony, you had a specific scene or something you wanted to mention about the show?
Well, now too, back to, I talked about intros earlier again. Ironheart has some pretty cool title sequences. Like every week's a different one, how they spell out Ironheart.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
My thought was Mephisto being introduced. Is that a spoiler?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Nope.
A little bit, but that's all
Was it?
Spoiler warning.
We could take that out of us. But I think I mentioned this in private, but that is inching us closer to getting Ghost Rider into the MCU. And I thought that was, I don't know, I want him in there. I know I mentioned it before.
You keep your eye on the ball, Tony. That's good. That's good.
I've read some Ghost Rider comics, and I may or may not have seen the original movie. I saw the character in S.H.I.E.L.D., but remind me, does Mephisto create Ghost Rider? Is that why you're saying that?
Oh, he pretty much made him a deal. I can't remember the character's name right now, but
Okay.
he pretty much made him a deal with the devil, and that's how it all.
Okay.
The way I remember it, I'm not very learned on it, but I know there is a connection, and I'm just trying to will it. That's all. I just want to see. I think
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Nicolas Cage come back for Ghost Rider on this one?
He's Spider-Man.
No.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
That's true.
It's funny. He's playing every other comic book character, but the one that he wanted was Superman. Like 30 years ago, he wanted to be Superman.
Yeah.
And he never got to be Superman, but he got to be everyone else.
They could have brought him back in, I don't know why they didn't. Maybe they asked, but in the Deadpool movie, because they brought back some of the other properties.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That's true.
They brought back Blade and
He probably wanted a shit ton of money, and they were like,
Electra. Yeah.
Wasn't there a Nick Cage Superman cameo in
The Flash, the second
There
Flash?
was.
Yeah,
I think.
that's what
There was.
that movie was almost good. It was almost real good.
You could say that about the whole DC universe. It's like that was
Yeah.
almost
Last scene,
a lot of
so
cool.
close. Yeah.
Almost is doing a lot of work in this sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just seeing Michael Keaton back, I think might have made it the whole thing for me.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. And the final scene, that's probably why I like it so much.
Okay, so John, what's next on your list?
This one, I'm sure you'll all have a lot of comments about Drag Race All Stars 10.
Woohoo!
Not a lot.
I thought not. I thought you couldn't outdo 9, but 10.
Dracula. Okay, good. Nice job.
It took me.
The one time that's appropriate. Yeah.
I'll keep overusing it anyway.
You'll be right eventually, right?
Yes, exactly.
I just finished watching the Mexican version of Drag Race, and it was really interesting to compare these because the Mexican Drag Race, they were all so supportive and nice to each other, whereas the American ones, either somebody's really mean or they edit it.
Catty bitches.
It's like, we can't be interested in this show unless it has a villain, But the Mexican one was all like, no, these are all supportive people. And what I like about it, going back to what you said earlier, Patrick, about liking, or maybe it was Tony. So one of you said you like watching shows where somebody does something really well.
Yes.
Patrick.
Some of these queens are really freaking talented with their choreography and their makeup and stuff. Like, they're doing it well. Like, I have so much respect for them. Anyway, it's entertaining. So moving on to my next one, since I probably lost you all.
But it's interesting, though. I never thought of that. The Mexican version having characters being so supportive of one another versus the American version where you need a villain, otherwise no one will care. That's an interesting contrast, and I never thought of that.
Yeah, but no, that's a perfect segue into my next show. Amazing Race Canada just started.
Okay.
And I've always preferred that one to the American one for that exact same reason again. They don't seem to either cast for or intentionally edit to have teams you loathe or want to lose in it. Like the Canadian one is just a really charming group of people, and typically is.
That's Canada in general.
My only issue, and I don't know where they're going with this season, because during COVID they tried to continue, and the best thing I liked about Amazing Race Canada before was that they spent about half the visits to different Canadian locations. Like they've even filmed in remote places like Yellowknife and stuff, right? But then the other half is world travel. And I'm interested in both of those things. So I like the mix. But then since COVID, they seem to be just exclusively doing Canada. And there's only so many interesting places you can go to, and now it's just becoming a bit like, show us something more worthwhile, you know? But cast is still great. They need their budget back.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like, it's cheaper to film here. Just go to different towns.
They need a villain.
Oh,
They need a villain, yeah.
Sure.
Get your pro-Canadian bias. You're attacking us Americans here. Wink, wink.
We have too few big cities here. We need more big cities to travel to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess you can only have so much of the great outdoors or something. You know, a lake is a lake is a lake. You know, so can we go elsewhere?
Yeah.
It sounds interesting to me because it's not something I don't know a lot about, so I may enjoy it more.
Is there a Montreal episode in the mix there? Because I will. I'm heading there next month.
So far this season, no, but there has been, yes, tons of Montreal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need tourist spots to visit. You know? I had a question. Where can I watch the Mexican drag race show?
I subscribe to WoW, which is World of Wonder. It's a channel, but it's mostly just drag race on there. Like all the world franchises.
WoW.
So beyond that, I don't know.
WoW in Massachusetts means something very different than what it does for you. Yeah, WoW in Massachusetts means Whip It Out Wednesday.
That's a whole different thing than tucking.
Yeah, yeah, it's the opposite. Yeah, they tuck on this one.
Yeah. Whip it out, tuck it in.
It's like retractable.
Check it out!
All right. Okay.
Perfect. God damn it.
All right.
All right, I'll be on the WoW network today.
Yes. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Bon.
All right.
Let's regroup.
Yeah. So I have one more.
Yes, please.
So my last one was, and I thought this was a solo documentary. I didn't realize it was part of a documentary series called Trainwreck, but I asked some of you about it in the chat if you've seen Trainwreck Poop Cruise. And
that came up on my recommended.
It was entertaining. I wish they were a little more critical of Carnival and why it happened, but to hear their stories and some of the cast stories, like it's amusing. You're glad you weren't there. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, and I was expecting initially, if you've seen Triangle of Sadness, I was expecting it to be a little more like that, where you're glad that these rich assholes got their shitty day, you know? But the people on this cruise, it's a cruise, yes. So people spent money on it. But if you've ever done that cruise, they were going from Texas to Cozumel or Florida to Cozumel. Anyway, I've done that one, but just from Louisiana. It's just a day cruise down and back. You're not breaking the bank to do these. These weren't the richest of the rich people. So you did feel a little more sympathy for them, you know, on this cruise.
So I confess, I don't know the story. Did they not have a maintenance person on that deck, or why did they have this buildup of plumbing issues?
There was a fire that broke out and somehow fried their electrical, and their toilets wouldn't flush for that the electrical, so everything backed up, and it became so polluted and disgusting that they couldn't land anywhere because he couldn't just dump it. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Sound like a shitty cruise.
And it came up as number 2 on the Netflix most recommended. Is that? That's a shit joke. Don't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that. Nope.
Would you recommend it, John? What?
That's a no.
That's a no.
For audiences, we lost Mutt in the mix. He's
yeah,
it's all right.
Yeah, he got
verklempt.
Lost in a torrent of sewage.
He was on the Carnival Cruise Line as we were talking. It was crazy.
Ah, you're back.
There you are.
There he is.
Yeah, I keep freezing. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Would I recommend Trainwreck Poop Cruise? If you're looking for a documentary that's going to be more entertaining than educational, then yes. If you like juvenile humor, like being amused by mild misfortunes of others, then yeah, go for it.
Is it from the makers of Fire Island? Because that seems like something they would have done.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, actually. It's a good question. I know they do a Trainwreck Woodstock 99, and I'm disappointed that they did that because that was already done, really, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a second one.
Twice, wasn't it?
I was going to say the first. I saw the first one.
That rings a bell.
I don't think Trainwreck was the original ones that did that documentary, right?
I don't remember. Now I'm going to Google it.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
This Trainwreck is like the series, and then there's different Trainwrecks?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Do you have something else on your list, John?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Thank you. So, all right. I have a few on my list. I mentioned it before, but I will repeat myself and say, watch Andor. Andor will probably be my top series of 2025. I can't believe how skillfully they made that series just from a, I'm not going to say minor movie, but the prequel to Rogue One. I can't believe what they built just out of that movie. Season 2 started about the same way as season 1. Each season was 10 episodes, I think. Maybe it took 1 or 2 episodes each season to really find its footing. And season 2 started, I was going to say I was really worried because at some point in the first episode, there is a sequence that turned into a bit of slapstick humor. And I was like, oh no, they went the way of Jar Jar or something. I was like, Jesus, no. They're not gonna fuck this up this bad, are they?
Misa gonna cancel this TV show?
Yeah. And fortunately, that was the only time that they went in that direction. It was probably to please some executive who mentioned, we need more humor or something. And if you consider that series is from the same universe that gave us The Acolyte and Ahsoka, it's really mind-boggling, honestly.
I was going to ask you. It's like they're so divided where you are like, oh God, they have one great show and then it's just a plethora of just half-assed shitty shows.
Yes.
You really have to cherry pick the Star Wars universe.
Yes, and honestly, I think Andor, and I'm not exaggerating here, I think Andor might be the best thing, anything Star Wars since The Empire Strikes Back.
Wow.
Yep.
And I would add on to that, Rogue One is my favorite of the movies since the original trilogy came out. So
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So it makes sense because it's in that same story, and they did a good job with that story. It just feels like everything else is just add-ons to something else that's not as interesting.
And there is a tiny mention of something resembling the Force in 2 seasons of Andor, maybe like for a few seconds. There is no Jedi. There is no, I don't remember seeing a lightsaber. There is none of that. There is only solid writing, top-notch acting, everything, there are little callbacks and little references to previous episodes, and everything makes sense, and the characters make sense. They are really well written, and their motivations and what drives them. And Oh, fuck. It's so good. It is so good.
Patrick beat the moment.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, it is...
Your review alone is has bumped it up to the top. I forgot all about it, and I have my rest of my week booked because of this, so I have to catch up.
And also, I am so glad in a way that they only made 2 seasons, so it wouldn't wear out its welcome. You know, it wouldn't turn like the way maybe another show that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. Maybe it's going that way, and I am so glad that they kept it. 2 seasons, all killer, no filler.
So did they verify like it's only 2 seasons? They're not going to go for a third?
Yeah, Gilroy confirmed it.
Okay, it's not like Ted Lasso where they're like,
yeah, let's squeeze it a little bit more.
Yeah,
none of that.
Okay,
it's wrapped up really nicely. It covers themes that are more and more relevant, like, okay, you're going to roll your eyes at the comparison, but like how a fascist regime works and the banality of evil, if you like, and how, unless you're at the very top, the minute you step out of line, the system will fuck you over, even though you work for it. And there are so many little, glimpses of that.
George Lucas made this movie called THX 1138 before Star Wars, and that's basically what that is. It's about that hierarchy all the way down to the lowest of the totem pole. So he was all about that before Star Wars. So it makes sense that they have to politicize it a little bit in there.
Yeah, I never thought of that, but it makes sense.
Sounds like it's missing Ewoks.
It really is. We need some guys dangling off ropes off trees and just feeding Empire machines sticks.
So it's basically a spy thriller, basically, right?
Well, yeah, and I think I mentioned that in a previous episode. You would only need to change a couple of things to make it like a movie about the resistance in any occupied country during World War II.
Oh, cool.
You have the diplomat trying to play both sides. You have this guy running a network of double agents. You have this guy trying to do that. And you have this guy trying to do his own thing. It is so good. Okay, I'll stop now because I don't want to overhype it. But not that it's really a guarantee, but it's been nominated for a ton of Emmys. It's not a guarantee of quality, but at least it's getting some recognition, and I'm glad it did.
Anything to take Severance down, that's all we need.
Yeah, that's one that I'm...
Or The Bear.
Well... On that note,
here we go.
That was my next show. The next show on my list, actually.
I was waiting for you guys to talk about this so I could decide if I want to watch it or not.
Well, Tony, we talked a little bit before recording about this.
We did.
I'll try and summarize it because I went on for so long about Andor. I think I preferred it more than season 3. Season 3 might have been a little bit too experimental, but there are parts that made me, tell my screen to go fuck itself. Yes, some parts I really rolled my eyes so much that I think I traveled back in time. But some parts that hit were fantastic.
It wasn't a laugh a minute.
No,
best comedy since The Martian.
Yeah,
right?
nominated for comedy series. That's still mind-boggling. So, Tony, what did you think?
Like we spoke, I'm still trying to process it. I think it's still got great music and great needle drops, and there's some great acting in there, but it seems like they're retreading the same story.
Yeah,
and maybe that's restaurant life. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it's every day. Are we going to make it every day for years, decades? But I know it's just a hard life. But I don't know. I can't say I didn't enjoy it, but I don't even remember. I couldn't defend it if somebody told me they didn't like it. I know John don't want to hear this, but Jamie Lee Curtis was great again. First,
does Kevin Kline make a cameo?
Not yet.
Okay.
Again.
But I agree that she was less annoying in this season for sure.
Yeah, and that's probably her journey, maybe.
Yeah, and well, I mean, it's not much of a spoiler, I don't think. But what did you think of the wedding episode?
There's No damn way you can get all those people under that fucking table.
Yes.
That was driving me crazy because there's no way you can get that many people under a table. And how tall was that damn table?
Yeah.
It reminded me of a previous season problem, but I can't remember now what I kept thinking about. Maybe the fishes episode. I'm not sure. There's
the three
something I
fishes.
felt like they was doing something again. Now I can't even think what it was. But yeah, that bothered me. The physics of the table the table just kept going. It got taller and taller or lower
and wider. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah. I'm not sure what they like. I get what they were trying to do, but I mean, someone must have mentioned the physics at some point. Like it's almost a carport. Like what?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
It's crazy.
Anyway, we will definitely revisit the Bear season 4 in the next TV episode, probably because I'm like you, Tony. There are many parts that I'm still not sure if I love them or if I hated them.
Yeah.
So,
and that ends like with a cliffhanger. Well, not cliffhanger, but it ends like the same way where you're pretty sure they're going to re-up a season 5.
yeah, I think it's been renewed already.
I wasn't sure.
Right?
I think so.
Yeah, because something happens in the last episode that now I'm honestly wondering which direction they're going to go. I'm not going to spoil it, but...
Does Pedro Pascal get killed in...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gets a cameo and like...
And then immediately gets that.
yeah, and then someone robs the restaurant and shoots him in the head point blank. A 30 seconds cameo. Just sits down and boom. Anyway. But no, yeah, I'll watch season 5 whenever it is... done next year, I guess.
I can't look away. I got to see it in.
You're right, though. It gets like, I guess it's like, what's the word? Diminishing returns. Like, how many times can you tell the same story in the same environment? You know?
Here's a question. Is there a franchise that you gave up on entirely? Like, you just, I'm never going back to this ever.
Well, I mean, I remember ER ran for 15, like, isn't it like 13 seasons or?
I think so. Yeah.
Was it really?
Wow. I watched maybe 5 or 6 of them. And then I was like, okay, this is getting repetitive and less plausible. So, I bailed and no regrets.
Yeah.
But
solid 5 seasons or 6,
yes,
whatever. Yeah.
I think so. Well, I mean, that was like 30 years ago, but
for me it was The Walking Dead because I watched the first, was it 2, 3, whatever, and when the comic books end, it's almost the same time as when the story ended for me in the
after the barn
episode.
The barn,
exactly.
Yes, I bailed so fast. I was like, can I
dust cloud?
Can I run fast enough that my memories get left behind?
That's why you're doing all these races, right? To run away from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, exactly. Run away from my memories. Jesus.
Yeah, that's another one I had to finish. I have to finish.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes I get in these love-hate relationships. I just can't stop.
I wish I could quit you.
I didn't bother with the spinoff, so I wouldn't get into that relationship again. But I had to finish that story. And
my sister loves, what's his name, Daryl Dixon or whatever. And she had a huge crush on him, so she would watch him like
somehow
fold laundry.
He winds up in Paris, I think.
Yeah.
Like how?
Well,
because
zombies can't swim, Patrick.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay, so he got on a zombie cruise.
Yeah,
and he made his way to Paris.
The carnival boat shit.
Yeah.
The carnival shit
All
boat.
these shitty corpses. Yeah.
Yeah, they realize shit is a good zombie repellent.
Yeah.
So got on the boat.
Trainwreck, zombie apocalypse.
Yes, exactly. All right, so that was the bear. Next on my list would be Murderbot.
Oh,
It's on. Have you guys? Do you guys know about it?
Yeah, my actually Sophia was the one that mentioned it to us, which I thought was interesting.
Okay.
But we have not put it. It's in a queue, but we have not gotten around to it yet.
I listed Skarsgård on WTF, and that's the only reason why I've heard about it.
No.
So
Okay.
that's all I know.
Okay, it's on Apple TV, I think, and it's 10 episodes. It finished last week. I don't know the details, but I know it comes from a book, and I think it must have been created as a movie in the first place, because each episode is barely 25 minutes, and there are a solid 5 minutes of credits in each episode.
Wow.
So yeah, I think they had a movie, or maybe like a 2 short movies or something, and they cut it up in like episode size. But yeah, so Skarsgård plays a robot that gets a like a conscience almost, and he gets sarcastic, and he both wonders at the human experience and is appalled at how inept humans are at certain things. So it is, it's pretty good, honestly. There is also, what's his name, David Dalmatian.
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
it.
Yeah. You know that Chris Weitz is the writer, and he's also the same writer as Rogue One, which is interesting.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
But if you know the name Chris Weitz, those guys, him and his brother Paul, they started off with those American Pie movies. So that it's weird. It's really weird when you think about like how the direction because they went from that to About a Boy, and then they kind of went in that dramatic direction. I guess they didn't want to be pigeonholed in that like teen sex comedy type roles. But yeah, they go from like About a Boy to In Good Company to Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. But then they do like A Single Man with what's his name? Colin Firth.
Yes. I was gonna say Colin Farrell.
So they kind of go all over the map for a little bit. But yeah, they're not one trick ponies.
Yeah, true.
It took me a couple episodes to get into it, but once I did, I enjoyed it quite a bit, and it's been renewed for a second season as well. So yeah, I'd say check it out.
All right.
And lastly, I went to a older series. I think it premiered in 2019 on Cinemax back then. It's called Warrior.
No, I don't know.
Blank Stares.
I know that one.
I'm
I don't know that one.
It's the show creator or the showrunner was the same is Jonathan Tropper, known for the Cinemax original series Banshee. I mentioned Banshee a few episodes ago, I think. Yeah, Hector, sorry?
I was going to say it's based on Bruce Lee's old writings.
Yes, some of it, yes.
Holy shit.
Set during the Tong Wars in late 1870s San Francisco, the series follows Assam, a martial arts prodigy who emigrates from China in search of his sister, only to be sold to one of the most powerful Tongs in Chinatown. Okay, so Chinese immigrants building the railroad in San Francisco during that time. And you have like, Chinese triads, and then the Irish immigrants, they want their share as well. And then a few other groups mix in at the same time. Some good action scenes, plenty of fights. It's good pulpy TV. If you liked Banshee, it's the same tone, same kind. It ran for 3 seasons. I finished season 1. I'm definitely going to keep going. It's good. It's fun.
Wow. Yeah, I like shows that have an end point, and this is not just making episodes for the sake of making episodes.
Yes, I agree with that.
3 and Out was great.
Yeah, it was canceled after 3 seasons in December 2023. So yes.
Where is that?
HBO Max.
Okay.
HBO Max or whatever it's called
whatever
now.
they call it. How's that?
It changes.
Yeah.
Yes. In Canada, it's on Crave. So there you go. So yeah, so that's my list. Guys, any final notes, or is there a series or new season or something that you're looking forward to, Tony, for example?
I'm going to take your advice on Andor pretty soon.
Shit, yeah.
Don't think I have anything really that I really want to watch, but I think I do believe I'm going to do that.
All right.
Because I watched the first episode and it didn't catch, and I'm going to take your advice to watch a couple more.
Okay.
Because I love Rogue One, and I didn't hate it. I think I just watched it one night, didn't like it, and started something else.
Because I think one thing that might be worth mentioning is at the beginning of Andor, the first season, I would say that the the title character, Andor himself, I would say he is the least interesting character for a little while.
Yeah. Which is weird because in the movie, I thought he seemed like a secretive, like you were like, I want to know what this guy's backstory is. So to Tony's point, like the first episode was a little slow but it does pick up from there. So I would say if you're going to, if you gave up after episode 1, I'd keep watching. It does pick up.
Yeah.
I'll go back.
It's worth another shot. I mean, one of my favorite series ever was Mad Men, and it took me 3 times to get into it. So,
that's a good one.
Sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes. So, Hector, is there one that you're looking forward to?
I'm going to watch the shit out of Mexican Drag Race 11, whatever that. Kidding aside, I might actually pick that up. But yeah, Andor, to your point, I did watch episode 1 of Duster, but I think I was kind of in a shit attitude at that day. So I was like, I don't know if this is going to be good. So I will have to go back and give that another whirl. I'm
intrigued now, actually, about Duster. So I might try and get past my Josh Holloway bias and give it another shot.
It's a good role for him because he's kind of playing the same Sawyer character where he's kind of a hotshot, like rebel, don't give a shit type of character. So
okay.
And in the 70s where he seems to be, his wheelhouse, so to speak.
All right. Sounds good. John, is there one that you're looking forward to?
There's nothing new coming out, although I did have a friend that I'm interested in. But I had a friend recommend Yellow Jackets and keeps insisting that I watch it. I watched 2 or 3 episodes, and I'm looking forward to continuing watching that one.
Okay, sounds good. So I think that's it for us. Thank you guys for your patience. We had some minor technical issues, but we got over it. So where can we reach you guys online, Tony?
I'm still on Facebook, and I am on Blue Sky, but on Blue Sky I'm under Waffle House Jesus, and that's about it. I'll just post a song a day on there, basically. I don't do a whole lot, but I might go on a tear every once in a while.
Sounds good. Thank you. Hector, what about you?
I kind of fucked off Facebook again. I have a love-hate relationship with Facebook. I want to love it and I immediately hate it. But yes, I am on Instagram and Blue Sky at Classic Hexagon.
All right. Thank you. John, what about you?
Just on Insta under the Mutford Man.
All right. _Mutford_man, right?
Yes, that's right. Perfect. Yes.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you. All right. So thank you, listeners. It was fun. So in the meantime, next time will be probably quirky questions or we'll figure something out. Thank you for listening and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.